He'd always cuddled, worried, surprised Mom isn't here. Ever since his dad died, more than 10 years now, Mom had a tendency to hover. She just left. She's been at the hospital since they brought you in. How long? He felt stiff, and not all of it was because of his wounds. His muscles protested his long nap. Someone found you yesterday morning, and it's late afternoon now. A wince tugged his mouth. He must have been in really bad shape to be unconscious that long. No wonder they thought he might not recover. Winnie kept talking. Mom is going to be so peeved you woke up while she went to grab a shower and something to eat. Food sounds good about now. His body would require plenty of nutrition to speed up the healing process. Winnie's expression brightened. You're hungry? I'll let your nurse know to bring you a tray. You should also be checked over. No nurse. They'll want to feed me shitty hospital food. He'd had it before. Bland broth, stale bread, a carton of milk. I want real stuff. I'm a growing boy. He wasn't sure his winsome smile had the proper effect, given Winnie swallowed hard and blinked back fat tears. Her words were choked as she muttered, I'll run to the coffee shop across the street and grab you something. Before he could tell her not to leave, she was gone. She obviously said something to a nurse because one wearing a patterned scrub top with matching cap came bustling in. Look who's back in the land of the living. Her greeting was boisterous. How are you feeling? He wanted to snarl that he'd rather be dead, or at least still unconscious, because he hurt all over. But that wasn't the Asher he showed to the world. He managed a wan smile that didn't send the nurse screaming and said, Not great, but I'll live. Thanks for looking after me. It was no problem. You were pretty quiet. The nurse offered a smile as she placed her fingers on his wrist, eyeing her watch. They exchanged small talk, the bantering kind to soften her toward him. Asher had a way of putting people, especially women, at ease, sometimes more a curse than a boon. As Nurse Marge, according to her name tag, checked him over and took his vitals, detailing how lucky he was to be alive, he kept his replies vague. Chances were he'd have to chat with the police, and he didn't want to screw up whatever story he settled on. Despite knowing who put him in the hospital, he couldn't exactly tattle. One didn't rat on other pack members. Besides, Rocco, the man leading the beating, had reason to be angry with Asher. As Marge finished checking his vitals, a sound at the door caught his attention. A beautiful woman stood framed, Melinda, Rocco's ex-fiancée and the reason for his current condition. Marge eyed Melinda with a frown. Are you family? A friend, Melinda declared, suddenly flustered. Family only. Marge moved in Melinda's direction to escort her out. Please, Marge, I'd appreciate it ever so much if you'd let my girlfriend stay. Asher uttered the plea, using his best poor little boy expression and voice. It worked even with his face battered. Marge wagged a finger. Only for a few minutes. The doctor will be in to see you momentarily. You're an angel, he declared. Melinda said nothing until the nurse left, and then it emerged in a soft rush. I'm sorry, Asher. I never expected this to happen. I kind of expected it. Can't really blame Rocco either. Losing you would be a hard pill for him to swallow. Melinda had, until recently, been engaged to Rocco, but then she met Asher, and it was love at first sight. Poor Rocco. He must have been devastated when she broke things off. Pity he'd found out about Melinda and Asher so quick. They'd been so discreet last weekend, their first time together. A torrid moment he'd never forget. He'd not seen Melinda since the kiss he'd given her before she got...